Matt and Caitlin, I just spoke with the chief not too long ago, and he says although we cannot see it, there is still fire burning at the bottom of this building. And the only way to get to that fire is to swipe away the debris. Take a look. You can see here that claw excavator swiping away that debris brick by brick, so loud you can even hear it falling from the roof all the way to the bottom of the ground. I do want to let you know that the fire is now out and crews have already left the scene, most of them. I want to set the scene for you really quick, though. There is a long driveway that stretches to this home. It takes about a quarter mile from where we're standing to actually get to the home. Good morning, Matt and Caitlin. If you own an electric vehicle, this charging station here in downtown York probably looks familiar. In addition to paying here at the charging station, you now have to pay an additional fee. Now, some people support this law, but others not so much. Good morning, Matt and Caitlin. Right now, I'm sitting in a Ford. Most Fords are made right here in the U.S., but if you are planning to buy a car outside. Good morning, Matt and Caitlin. Families and patients are left with so many unanswered questions following the shooting here at UPMC. And we spoke with one woman who says she was just visiting her mom. Good morning, Matt and Caitlin. Jerry Bagenstos, who was accused of murdering his wife decades ago, will be in court today as the trial is now set. Now, keep in mind, the jury has now been finalized with 12 jurors. It was the year 1944. American soldiers were at war overseas. Being more than 5,000 miles away from loved ones, a message from home meant everything.
Two things you don't mess with for a soldier. You don't mess around with their food, you don't mess around with their mail.
And it was a mess. The mail got backed up for 2 years, and the military needed to figure out how to fix it.
You don't have sufficient other service forces of your traditional mail forces to deal with it. So here's an opportunity now for the Women's Army Corps and specifically a minority unit, the Black American unit within the Army, to come and fill this void and take care of the situation that's developed over a couple of years.
For the first time, the Army brought in more than 800 minority women under the leadership of Captain Charity Adams to attempt to clear the backlog. One of those women, Susquehanna Valley native Ruby Wilson Wilkerson, never imagined serving in the Women's Army Corps would lead to sorting mail.
They didn't realize what they were going to be doing exactly. But when she got there, they found out that the previous WACs that were there, things didn't get done. And Miss Charity Adams was the one that said, I think my WACs, we could do it.
And they did. Today, her children tell her story. Wilkerson and the 688 unit set sail to Europe.
He was weaving in and out. All these mines bouncing up and down in the water.
And when they arrived to a backlog of more than 17 million pieces of mail.
She was like, how are we going to get this stuff out? What are we going to do? But with Charity Adams and all of them getting together and set up a schedule, and they work around the clock. 24 hours a day, 7 days a week.
Working around the clock in unpredictable conditions, the group managed to sort letters and packages even without a clue who sent it.
It was rat infested. It was cold. Things had to be changed around for their accommodations for all the women.
They were ordered to complete the task in 6 months. They finished in 90 days.
The families back home were finally able to know that their sons and daughters were safe, or unfortunately some of them weren't, and they got the message.
Messages of relief that linked soldiers to their loved ones, organized by a group of minority women who worked through racism to get the job done.
Being a black soldier and a female black soldier, there was oppositions, They didn't want the black WACs to come overseas.
And despite the discrimination they faced, they kept working because they knew no mail resulted in low morale.
She was just proud that she was part of such a group of women back in the day, and that they made a difference, and that hopefully over the years that made a difference for those coming forward.
A legacy left for her children to be proud of, an inspiration for minority women captured in this quote from the film about the 688. Soldiers, you do not have the luxury to be good. You have the burden to be better.
Strong. Strong. I would just say that I love her. And I'm so very proud of her.
Black women as a whole can do anything.
In Lancaster, Gabriel Thomas, WGAL News 8. A journey of 1,000 miles begins with one step.
Hey, how are you today?
And that's all it took for Amber Kessler to find her calling. She started her career as an EMT, then a sheriff, but she wanted a closer connection with the community.
I wanted more. I just wanted to be back out on the streets, not really in the building.
After a lot of thinking and a couple of applications later, Kessler joined the York City Police Department and then tried her luck at something else.
I worked out at the gym all the time, competed in CrossFit, and did personal training. So I was like kind of right up my alley with the extra fitness, so tried out for the SWAT team.
She passed the training with flying colors, and from that day forward, history was made. She was the first and only woman to complete the course. Kessler says when it comes to serving the community, gender roles should not be prioritized.
I don't look at it as being male and a female. Like, if I'm capable of doing the job, then it doesn't matter and it shouldn't matter. I'm strong enough. I've proven that.
But making the SWAT team is only one page out of her book. To the York community, she's Officer Kessler, but at home, she's mom.
Just trying to be a good role model for them to follow so that way they can make their own journeys and careers.
A mom who encourages her children to have a giving heart, because when the day comes to an end and her work at the police department is complete,
I'm still just a person. After I take the uniform off at night, I'm still a person at the end of the day, and I just try to treat everybody as a human.
In York, Gabriel Thomas, WGAL News 8.